YGP, doing some things.
Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of Conversation with the Culture, episode 19. The number one podcast in the 757, always speaking into existence. I'm your host, the Prince Clay.
It's Jay.
It's Jay.
And today we have two lovely special guests. One was already on episode 2, I believe. So without further ado.
Hi, I'm Tylor Garrett. They call me T Black. I'm a speaker, and I'm left vegan.
Hi, I'm Jayla. I'm from Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Round of applause, y'all. Episode 19 is crazy. 19 weeks consecutive. A lot of people cannot do that. It was a few, bumps in the road, but that's a part of life. This is the last regular episode of the season. A lot of people ask, what does that mean? I'm like, well, this is the last episode where we're gonna have special guests. And then next week is episode 20 is the season finale. So we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna be in a different location next week. So,
Stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned. So we're gonna do our mental checkup. How was your weekend and how are you doing mentally?
Amazing. I'm doing well in school. I'm growing. I'm setting goals for myself and enjoying life.
What are you going to school for?
Applied behavioral science. So it's like applied psychology. I love the mind. I love helping people learn and unlearn. In the words of Lauren Hill, my twin, for sure.
Yeah, y'all look alike, for real. I just realized that.
For sure.
Mental health, great, can't complain. Just working, and I'm done with school, so I don't gotta worry about that. But overall, working, just trying to enjoy life, keep growing, prosper.
Okay.
We good out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of, look, I ain't gonna say too much right now. I got a lot of shit in the pot. This year is gonna be a very moving year. There's a lot of forward movement this year. I don't even think it's possible for me to step back this year, how much forward movement we're gonna have. So it's gonna be good. Mentally, we elevated.
Me, mentally, I'm good. I've been in a certain type of mood lately, and it's not a bad mood. I just been focused and really taking 2024 personal. I just found out that I'm going to Houston in a couple of months. It's one of my dream states that I always wanted to move to. So I'll be out there soon. Really, that's it. I've been going to the gym consistently, 4 days throughout the week.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to have a person to be I'm going to the gym 7 days a week. Nah, I gotta. 4 days a week is good for me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really about it though. I'm cool. Chilling.
Me, 2024 started off kind of rough for me, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't all the way back to 100% yet. I'm probably about 70 right now. Yeah. So we still just gonna keep trying to move forward with that, Just continue chugging, man.
Yeah.
No surrender, no retreat, my boy.
Nick, what up, man?
What's down? I'm straight. Another day, another dollar. You know what I'm saying? 6 feet above, not 6 feet deep.
For sure.
By the time this episode comes out, the world's gonna know who's going to the Super Bowl. Me, I want to see the Ravens and Lions. So what about y'all?
I'ma just say it. I got Ravens all day. I think Ravens gonna take it.
I think it's gonna be the Ravens and the 49ers again, man.
I'm not a football person, so, my team got knocked out a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm a Jaguars fan.
I'm a Giants fan.
I'm a Steelers
And
fan.
Dallas ain't playing, I ain't watching.
There you go. Cowboys, yeah.
Cowgirls.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's kick things off. All right, the first topic: Can a woman choose to be a single mother?
100%. I think she can. I feel like as a woman, you know who you laying down with. If you don't want to be a single mother, don't lay down with them. You know, sometimes a lot of times in a man, you can just tell just how he come off, what he do, how he handle responsibilities. You're always going to be able to tell, is he going to be fit to be my child's father? Now, he could be, but then you have some women that just don't like to ask for help. So they feel like they have to be super mom, they have to be mom and dad, and they choose to be the single mother, then they want to complain about it. But it's nobody's fault but yours because this dad wants to be in your child's life, but you're choosing not to allow him to. Like, you have some women that if the man is not with you, you can't see your child. Like, they use that child as like something to hold them against me. If the man, he can know, like, all right, we're not gonna work out, we can co-parent for the sake of our child. Women don't want to do it. It's either you be with me or you can't see your child. But in that case, she's choosing to be a single mother because he want to be active in the child's life, and then you won't let him.
I feel like that's very true. That's mostly like, you know, when a good dude notices those things and like they know that the relationship is not gonna be well, that they just want to be there for their child. Like, that's most of the time that thing kind of happens. But my take on it, I think they could too. Definitely. I don't know. I've been through a lot only because it was like females and and I knew it would go left, but you know, luckily I got out of those situations.
I think that's what it is right there.
Men settle. I feel like they settle a lot. Like, they'll be like, all right, you have some women that don't want to go sleep with anybody else. They're gonna be like, I'm just gonna settle for this man right here. And he ends up, of course, y'all end up getting pregnant, and then you're trying to force him to be on your child's life, be that active father, and he just don't want to do it. But I feel like you should have known this when you laid down with him. You're settling for something that you didn't have to.
Just now.
Oh, you know, nothing to say.
She hit it right on the head. I mean, personally, you feel me? You know, just bring y'all into my personal life, you know, because I have a little girl, and I know from thousands and thousands and thousands of conversations, that there's definitely choices being made at all times. There's definitely choices being made. And when it comes to being a single mother, I'm firmly against it. That's my stance on that whole situation. I don't believe any child should be raised in a household without both parents. Because a household without both parents has no foundation and is destined to crumble at some point.
Cause so many traumatic issues later on.
Even if you try your hardest to provide the best for said child, it's almost immediate failure at some point. So I do believe that it's definitely a choice, and it always boils down to us as men being men, and and y'all as women being women.
For sure.
You know?
Cause you have some dudes that are single dads. You have some dudes that are single dads where a woman don't want to step up and take accountability for something she helped make. Like, it goes both ways.
I got a question.
Want to keep the baby. He doesn't feel that he's ready for the baby.
That's her choosing to be a single mother.
I feel like that's definitely a mature way to go about it, because if that was a different situation when it comes to the man and he knew he didn't want to keep the child, he would, just leave, send a text, oh, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. But in that particular situation, that's given, maturity. You told her how you felt. Now it just all depends on how that woman is going to react to that situation. And hopefully she respects that communication that you provided for her.
And if she does.
You don't want to be a father, why even put yourself in that situation? Yeah. Exactly. Because a baby can't be produced without the father. So if you know you don't want to be a father, why even put yourself in that situation? We can't get pregnant by ourselves.
Because that I think men don't understand, if I choose not to have this child and I go through abortion, the physical and emotional, like I'm still going to have some type of postpartum from taking this thing that was growing inside of me out of me. I'm still going to go through a lot of phases, and that's a lot of mental,
you're gonna resentment.
And
resentment is she's gonna look at you and be like, I never want to speak to you again.
I've had a lot of friends who've been through it, but I recently had somebody who was real closer, and just to see the process of her low-key spiral from just getting rid of a life. Mm-hmm. That's not just like a regular mental, it was like spiritual that was taken. It's just,
I feel like men will never, they would never understand, but we kind of get, the situation. We understand that this is not something, for the woman to take lightly.
I don't think, like you said, y'all will never understand, because on us it's different. It's something we're carrying in our body. Like, we're feeling the kicks, the flutters, everything. And mentally, it's like something that it's going to be something hard to get out of. It's not something that overnight, like, all right, cool, I didn't just have to let go of my child, but like a man that I thought loved me, a man that I thought wanted to be with me, just made me abort something that was ours.
I seen a video and it hit it on the head. Like, when a woman loves you, even if it's not being said verbally, when she decides to have a baby, that's a spiritual act of saying, I love you so much that I want to produce another one of you. Mm-hmm. And that's like something we choose internally to do without even using words. And then I trusted you on a whole nother level, and then when it came down to it, you really didn't love me as much as I thought I loved you, type stuff. But I feel like if women talk more about that process, men would understand more, and then the whole having sex frivolously, it wouldn't be I think they would be more intentional. Men and women.
They do. But then you also still have women that want to have a baby by this man just to trap him. Just so he can't go anywhere. That's the toxic thing of it. And he's telling you, like, okay, we know this is not going to work. We're just doing this for fun. But yet, the toxicness of the female, she's like, all right, I'm going to just keep having sex with him until I get pregnant. She decides to keep the baby, and there goes the whole thing of throwing the baby in the face, putting them on child support, doing this, doing that. It comes a whole legal thing, because Like, it becomes a whole legal thing simply because he told you he do not want to be with you. He told you he don't want to have a child with you. Yes, he slipped up, but at the same time, it's not like he's not going to take care of his responsibility, but eventually you have to grow up. You have some women that don't want to grow up. Be like, all right, this is it. They have a kid just for the fun of it, not realizing how much of the responsibility it is.
Just like women see what type of man that is, men should
See what type of women they are.
Oh my God, I love the shot because the shot really be hitting on a lot of things.
No, for real though.
What's his name?
Emmett
had his baby mama. At the very beginning, he went to the house and thought the boyfriend was beating on the baby mama. It turned out the baby mama was beating on the boyfriend. And then later on, and Keisha was always solid, was always there. When she finally was like, you know what, I'm not, you don't want me, so I'm going to go here. He marries the baby mama. And then that baby mama wants to have an open relationship, want to be cheat, want to be doing the most, but she showed essentially she wasn't a quality woman when y'all was talking.
And you had one.
And Keisha.
That mentally checked out from you.
And that when it all came back around, Keisha's the one you with now, and y'all really building. You're really growing. You have somebody who's patient. But us as people, we have to stop lying to ourselves.
But going back to the first topic, for me, I definitely think a woman chooses, to be a single woman. We was having a conversation off camera, like you guys said. It's not just one person, making that one decision, right? Because when you're in that moment, you know what's going on, and
you know what happens too, which is crazy.
You could choose to be a good single mother, or you could choose to be a bad single mother, right? Sure. And I'm gonna start with the bad single mother, right? I'm not gonna go too much into it. So I'm gonna give you an example, right? You have this child, right? Child is about 3, 4, 5. But you still in that young mentality where you still want to go outside, you still want to drink, party, do whatever. Hey, mom, can you watch my child for me? You doing that, you're not really allowing yourself to grow this relationship with your son or daughter, right?
Missing precious moments.
Say again?
Missing precious moments.
Yes, right? The good single mother, all right, I'm doing what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I have a roof over my head for my son or daughter. I make sure all the bills are getting paid, right? And just not having that male, figure in the household, it sucks. It sucks because, like you said, you're supposed to have a 2-parent household, right? When you don't have a 2-parent household, your child grows up. Now your child start asking questions like, hey, where's my dad at? Where's my father? And we know a lot of people who's, been in those type of situations, especially seeing them.
Don't want to
talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it.
I was holding my peace. I didn't want to say
you're
too
good.
much. I don't want to say anything too much. Because there's certain things that really trigger certain.
It's only things certain, like a man and a male can only teach. Like with a 2-parent household, it's something about a child seeing
the love and affection between parents.
For sure, but also seeing mom does things this way, dad does things this way. They both work, but they're different. So it opens their mind to see that it's multiple ways to handle things, to say things, to do things. It helps them learn so much about themselves and the world in this home first before they have to go out there and then look for answers in other places.
It does. I mean, and it goes back to where you're saying the good single mother, the bad single mother, because like you said, the bad single mother want to go party. You bring in different men in and out the house. Your child seeing this. Your child asking, oh, where's this? Where's that? Then you have that good single mother. She's going to be very cautious around who she lets around her child. Like, it's somebody.
Who her child
is. That child is literally sitting on that couch and just like this.
Literally. Yeah. She's going to be very cautious.
Literally, that shit is building up every single day. It's just like, they might not talk, but they're just like.
They're taking it in. Children develop more than what we think they do.
Very smart.
They're very smart because you may not realize that they'll go back and repeat something. They'll draw it, write it down, whatever, and you be like, where did they hear this from? Where did they see this at?
They're constantly ready to learn because they're in this new world of what is this. So even if they're not saying it, they're paying attention to every little thing, and I think people miss that. But I just now, because I keep flexing on my age, because I'm just so happy. Now that I am about to be 30 in a couple weeks, it's just hitting me more and more why everybody who was older than me was like, just be by yourself while you're 20. Just don't worry about nothing. Just focus in. Just don't worry about no relationships, no child. Like, the person that I am now, the confidence that I have in myself now, the trials that I went through to get here, if I would have had a child early on, I would not have been ready to give that child the nourishment that it needed.
Foundation.
The foundation, the spiritual, the mental, because I have such a sterner mind within myself. Now I'm going to be intentional when I talk to my child, how I handle certain things, how I move versus when I was 20 and it was just like, oh, okay, I'm just figuring things out. I'm just trying different things. So I think it's real important that to get healthy within yourself first before having a child or starting a family. Now, it don't always work like that.
Hopefully, moral of the story, don't choose to be a single mother if you don't have to. Like, sometimes you just can't help it, but I feel like,
But if you can't help it, is that still technically a choice?
I mean, no, not necessarily.
And after you can help
It all looks
it
about who
depends
you laying down
on
with.
what type of mother you're going to be later on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you were trying to say.
Because ultimately, I would say, as someone who dates, stepfathers also can fill voids.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Mine did.
Mine did.
Mine did. So with that, that's why I said this. At first, I really didn't want to put too much into it. I was going to agree with you and call it good, but somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a touchy topic.
It is.
I'm going to leave it alone after this. Though.
It is. Like you said, those stepfathers are more of a dad than the real father is. It happens.
I'm gonna say it, then we can go to the next step. Just to say for sure, because my father killed himself and then killed my sister's mom and left like 7 kids, maybe 10 kids behind. I actually count my siblings to realize. But I did have stepfathers who, in some type of way, just like, still to this day, I really just call my mom's first husband and I was like, hey, I have this question about this person. So, yeah, stepfathers rock. I love y'all so much, for sure, because I'm going to send y'all this video.
Topic number 2. What does it mean to be submissive?
From my point,
I want to see it from a man's point of view.
from my perspective, what I look for in my woman being submissive is taking direction. Not saying I'm going to tell you what to do and you need to just do it. Nah, that's not. But taking direction is, we are already at this point as to which we're together all the time at this point. I'm not going to expect a woman to be submissive to me if we're not even living together. Because you don't even know if you really like somebody until you live together.
No.
That's true. You don't know somebody until you live with them.
Exactly.
I'm a firm believer in it.
So at this point, we have already created the foundation of our relationships and everything. And at that point, if you aren't able to accept and take direction, depending on which direction or whatever that may be, I feel that that's not being submissive in a sense. That's just me throwing a black and white statement on it.
No, I kind of feel it's not like, no, I get it. You're on the right path. As I've like spoken with someone about it, I've had a conversation about this with plenty of people. And I feel like to be submissive, as a woman, I want my man to lead me, but not control me.
I was literally going to say that.
There's a difference. Like, a man needs to lead you, but when he's leading you, like you said, I'm a spiritual person. I want you to lead me with God. Like, all right, we're going to walk by faith, you know. We're going to go, but don't control me.
Yeah.
All right. What?
Just when you finish with it.
No, I just feel like you have to be submissive to a woman for her to be submissive to you, because you have women that's gonna go all in. Me personally, I'm one of those women. Once I see what type of man you are, how you handle me, all this, literally, it's all about listening to me. If you can listen to me, you're listening, you're paying attention to me, I'm going to be submissive to you. Like, it's just the small things. Like you say, you don't know someone until we're living together, we're doing all this, we're doing all that. Of course I'm going to be submissive to you. Me personally, if you had a long day at work, by the time you get home, dinner's going to be cooked. Clothes going to be in the bathroom. All you got to do is come home, get in the shower, and go play your game. But it's all about how, it's all about, you're going to get, you're going to get that, but what are you doing for me in order for me to be submissive? Correct. You can pay my bills. Yeah, you can do what you do in the bedroom, but what can you do for my mind? What can you do for my spirit? What can...
So say... All right, you're saying all of those dreamy things, right? But what if that person that you're dealing with, what if he doesn't know how to, get to that level? Or are you like demanding him to be on that level?
I feel like that's a conversation you have to have before you get to that point. You
talking about ask yourself like individually or
together for the relationship too. That's just a conversation. You have to have those tough conversations.
Yeah, it's two ways. Yeah, for sure. It's two ways. Either you need to do some more growing within yourself before you even need to go into the dating world. You have to be not whole, because we're essentially never whole, but you need to be at some level. It's like, okay,
Wanting to be better for me.
for sure, for yourself first. So, and in doing so, you will know how to take care of somebody else because you know what you need. And on the other end, if you do deal with a woman who is a little bit more advanced, you have to be able to listen to her as well. Like she said, listen to the knowledge. Be open to being a student, to knowing how to do it. If you know she's in the direction that you want to go, be a student to her, and then eventually you're gonna surpass her, and she'll be willing to. Go ahead, sure, I trust you. No matter what you do, I trust you because I've seen your growth. I know you're willing to do what you want to do it.
But from what you're saying, she's not saying you can't raise a man. A man can't raise a woman.
That part.
But I feel like in a relationship, there's stuff you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to figure each other out. But you have to come into the relationship willing to learn. All right, what can I do to be better for you? But like she said, you have to be better for yourself before you need to jump into that relationship. Because if not, it's just gonna be a waste of time.
So I think definitely, like, y'all both hit it. I think you definitely had to have those conversations, those talks, and figure out, like, how to love one another. You know what I'm saying? Because we can look on social media all day and they think just videos and pictures and shit is a relationship considered, right? So when you come down to it, yeah, like, this is a partnership. This is a partnership, so me and you need to be, on the same page. You rocking, I'm rolling. You my best friend, whatever, that's how we rocking. That's how it's supposed to go. So it shouldn't be nobody be able to intrude or put nothing in your head or, mess up y'all plans that y'all got together, But definitely those talks will solve a lot of miscommunications and assumptions and all that overall.
Back to you. So you're gonna spin the block. I had to quit. I had my hand raised a couple minutes ago, you know what I'm saying? So, the devil dipped the chip, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I speak from my life. I've had my experiences. But the conversation that was had, especially when it came down to submission, because I've had this conversation with my partners in the past. I've lived with like 2 partners before. Because like I said, you don't know if you like them until you live with them. Was because at some point I will retire my wife. That is the ultimate end goal for me. I don't believe my woman should work. That's just me. I don't believe. That's just me. Once we get to that point as to which she don't work, she's not gonna work. At that point, the home is your domain. You're gonna make sure everything is straight. I trust you because you already made it this far. You feel me? But the conversation is communication. Communication is where we start. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man. Regardless, I'm going to make sure that house is straight. Everything that we need to have in place is going to be in place. I'm going to make sure. And regardless if it's not, I'm going to make sure it's going to get there at some point. And that's where that submission role is going to take a direction. Because I need to tell you, this is what I'm going to need, and at that point, you're going to handle it.
Leading, but not controlling.
We're not controlling. Because I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, go out there and make me a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna come out this bitch. I ain't finna come out this bitch. All right, now go ahead on out there and make me a sandwich. No, not at all. But at the end of the day, you ain't gonna have to ask for a sandwich if you know if she knows that you're gonna need a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is
Vice versa.
I was about to say, as soon as I read the question, I want to just make a disclaimer. We want to be submissive. We want to do that. We just need clear direction. And if you're able to explain what you need and why you need it and how what the plan is, we know where we're going. We don't like to sit in the car and not know where the freak we're going. Where are we going, sir?
But it's fun.
Damn.
It's fun.
We like direction.
We're gonna take these two suspect ass lefts,
Oh, Jesus.
and you're gonna sit there. Just tighten your seatbelt up. You'll be all right.
Because we think too much.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I think everyone over.
Y'all gotta stop thinking.
That's a big issue though.
Listen,
like,
man.
I saw Wanda Sykes say something like that too, the comedian. She was like, women, we mess ourselves up because we always thinking.
For sure.
She said half the time we can't even go to sleep because we thinking so damn much.
You have to though.
For sure.
It's crazy though, cause like we don't think as much, bro.
That's why we
Like,
ask questions. Why me? That's why I ask
Some men don't. Some men
They
don't.
don't think before they speak.
Some men don't.
Before they act.
Some men don't.
They just
we're
do
not
it.
going.
Some men don't.
I don't.
Some men
I ain't gonna cap. I don't.
Some men don't. All women do.
I don't. I don't think. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of times I find peace within my mind being at peace.
But it all depends on what you have to, what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
All I wish people quit talking about submissiveness and talking about teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's teamwork, man. Teamwork.
But I'm saying, like, when I say it like that, I mean, like, in the sense of what y'all talking about versus everybody else that talks about submissiveness, based on the definition. It seems like so-and-so, whoever you date, man, woman, whatever floats your boat, is a dog. You tell a dog what to do. You give a dog direction. I'm not giving my wife no direction. Obviously, she's a team. So if I don't know something,
You gonna ask her?
she gonna pull up.
Yeah.
If she don't know something, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
It's east, west, north, south. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened 10 years ago. It's a pull and push.
Yeah.
That's it. But submissiveness, based on definition,
Yeah.
they say to give order, to give direction. You know, baby girl, if you don't know something and I can guide you with the help,
Leading.
Yeah.
leading.
Yeah.
But submissive is such a strong word with a very negative connotation.
Yeah.
Because everyone is putting their thoughts in a pot and they
Everybody
just.
throwing all this submissiveness and don't even know what
Yeah.
submissive means.
Like I said, get in there
Order, my eyes got so big.
and make me a sandwich.
See, that's what I'm saying. We go in that direction. You know, the woman's going, who the heck
That's
you
why
talking
it's a
to?
conversation between you and your partner.
You have to
You know,
communicate.
Yeah.
Communication is key. If you don't communicate,
And even the Bible says we submit ourselves upon each other.
Yeah.
So we submit we communicate.
Exactly.
Because I may know something you know, like he said. So for sure.
I definitely think it should be like evenly dispersed. Like, you got me, I got you.
That's how we gonna
And
rock.
the only reason why it seems like females don't want to submit because most men, I tell y'all, most men, they hear to give order when they hear submission, and all you gotta do is bow down and listen.
they
And
want you to do something.
All
And
that shit come from rich people. Bro.
Well, I watch my auntie, which is in her 40s, be single forever. And I watch my daddy and my mama been together for 40 plus years. And my mama and my dad don't give my mama no order.
Yeah.
My mama write the bills because she got a better handwriting. My daddy got a little nerve thing, so she can't write the bills. So it's a teamwork. Yeah, police officer, she a teacher. Now, she don't work no more, but she done did her due diligence. She did 20-some odd years, so she has the right to stay at home. But when she was in her 30s, her 20s, and they was together, she worked. She brought in that money because my daddy family got a money issue. They talk about money. So if she got her own money, ain't nowhere in the world he can tell her what to do with her money. So, but it's a team effort. They've been together 40 plus years. And everybody I know who has been together that long, cheating, being separated, it's all type of negative stuff.
Yeah.
Ain't got that with my mom and dad. Then you got my aunt on the other hand who's been single because she don't want to be submissive or she want to do this. and talk too much and think too much.
Yeah.
You know, but she been single.
You have
really
women
know.
like that.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like it's where you
That's
find that
problem.
balance is. So that's why I'm saying I'm coming from, like y'all said about the 2-parent home.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I just seen it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, submissive, like I said, submissive has such a strong negative
does. I mean, like,
connotation to it.
you have people that stay single that long. Like, back from where I'm from, 50-year-old woman went on national television. She's a virgin.
Oh, Jesus.
Literally, it's on that. You can look it up. From my home state, she'll tell you. And people be like, there's no way she's a virgin. But you just have some people that are just like, I ain't gonna do it.
Everybody bow your heads. Highest power, we come to you as usual to ask you, we done came into the new year. Everybody, you got a whole bunch of blessings in store for everybody. Make sure you just, you show love like you always do. Make sure you protect us and guide us. And, don't just make it too easy for us. Give us some lessons to learn. Give us our life lessons so we can continue to be fruitful amongst all men and women. Protect, guide, give knowledge when knowledge is needed. Give knowledge when knowledge isn't needed. Amen.
Amen.
Sorry guys, our camera's about to die, so I had to wrap it up. But again, Conversation with the Culture, the number one podcast in the 757. I'm your host, the Prince Clay.
It's Jack.
It's Jay.
I'm Tylor.
I'm Jayla.
Thank y'all for always tuning into the podcast. I'm sorry again I had to wrap it up early. The camera wasn't given. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. We are now at like 100 subs. It's something, you know what I'm saying? What you got for the people?
Like, comment, subscribe, do your due diligence, man. Do your homework on these people right here, man. Go follow them on Instagram.
Yeah. So you gotta do?
I ain't got to say it yet. It's 2024.
Yeah.
Support is free. All you gotta do is use your thumb. That thumb that you've been using your whole life. You ain't got no thumbs, my apologies.
That's crazy.
But whatever you have to, if you gotta use your toes, you gotta use your nose. Like, comment, subscribe.
Shout out to all the special guests that we had on the podcast since day one. This is our last episode where we have special guests. Like I said before we started the panel, next week is the season finale, episode 20, so look out for that. Obviously, this episode will be dropping next Wednesday. Always on course with everything, and that's all I got. Y'all,
It's a wrap.
So
Y'all out of here.
y'all stay blessed.